Greetings, y'all. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. I am back. Good morning. We're playing some more Farming Simulator 25. I'm gonna really shake you guys up one morning and one say we're playing Chariot, or we're playing something else. That's not Farming Simulator. No, it's probably always gonna be Farm Sim. So it's cold. It's winter time. We need to sell the wood chips. So I'm going to actually go sleep one more day because the time to sell wood chips should be the 2nd day of January still. We'll go down this insanely long list of crops and products here. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Twitchy. Good morning, Fuzzy. Jeff, did you see the post in Discord? Have you seen that yet? I saw it and I was like, ooh. Alright, wood chips. Let's see, wood chips right there. Yeah, looks like 2nd day still. So we'll go into January 2nd. So yeah, that's coming soon there. Let's see, let's go, it's 7 a.m. now, so we'll go to 7. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That should be interesting. I wonder how that's going to be and when it's coming. I know it's coming soon. So I'll be keeping an eye out for that. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, if you're part of the Puma Plow Discord, go check that out. Made a post in there. So, peanuts are coming. Connect Modding is in partnership with, I'm gonna say, Colombo? It's not Colombo, but Colombo. Combine. Colombo, North America, really is, I think, their official designation. But peanut harvesters, peanuts and peanut crop are coming soon from Connect. So that ought to be pretty interesting. I'm looking forward to that. All right, where are we going with the wood chips? Looks like the HCM forage milling plant. Assuming it works. If you didn't see the YouTube video from yesterday morning, I think it was yesterday morning. One sell point didn't work for us when we tried to sell silage, so I'm gonna tag this place and we're gonna try to go there because that looks like the highest price to me right now. And if that one doesn't work, we'll go to the next one. Oh no, it snowed. Okay, it's over there. Alright, I'll take the old bird here. Just grab a truck, Fuzzy, and we'll head this wagon east. I did do some cosmetic work to the farm here. Put down some gravel and put in some more asphalt. So we'll take a look at that when the snow goes away, I guess. Can't see it right now. Alright. I'll turn my lights on. It's kinda dark. A little bit. Whoop. Stay on the road. Oh, here comes Fuzzy. Let's see how bad that sink is. I cut a lot of trees. So we've got 2 million between me and the other truck. Let me make sure I'm locked in there. Yep. Okay, so 2 million between me and the other truck, and then we've got what, 38 million roughly, 39 million. So we've got right around 40 million liters of wood chips that we need to sell. But look at what it gave us. It gave us all the wood chips, of course, but it also gave us our new fields. So if you haven't been keeping up on this, we made some really long, thin field strips on the west side. We've plowed this one up down here. Can't really plant any grass down there. I want to do grass down there on that one. We did clover over here. We had to split it up because there's a creek that runs right through there. So we got clover all along the east side. And then we've got... try to get that to change over there. Did it change? Yeah. So we got clover there, and then we got grass up north. So we're going to be sitting okay with grass and stuff. Plus, we might get some more fields kind of on the inside here that are in clover or field grass or something like that. Morning, Yulberry. How's it going? We're going to be doing some wind turbines. Ooh, how do I get over there? Is this a road right here? I'm guessing this is a road right here. But he hasn't quite made it in yet. Alright, while I'm on the road driving... That doesn't sound right. This is a Dr. Pepper, guys. Okay, you know me. You know me. I'm gonna drink my morning coffee. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, so this is where we're going. Hopefully it works. We know Johnson's Farmers Market works. Let's see, do I dump here or is it around the corner? The bubble's right there. Oh, I do see this over here. This looks like a fill point. Where is the dump point? Kind of hard seeing all my stuff down there with Simple Inspector and that thing there. This is weird. I see a fill point. I'm looking for the dump point. Where do you dump at? Maybe another one of those situations where there's no trigger to dump. I see the bubble right there. There's the dump icon. I have to back in a certain way, or let me try this other thing back here. I think this is the fill point back here, though, whatever this is. Oh, there's a save. Those saves come at the best times. Yeah, no, that's the fill point there. I don't know what this place is, but now the dump trigger should be right here, where that little bubble is. That's where the tag goes too. Well, it's on the list for wood chips. It's on the list for wood chips. They're paying $1,000 and $2 for wood chips. Why would it be on the list if they don't take it? It says it's a forage mixing plant. Another one of those situations where it says it takes it, but it actually doesn't. Alright, so let's go to the next best place. Let's see, 979, 969, because it's farm sim. Yeah. We'll just, can we use that excuse for everything? Because it's farm sim. At work, we blame the weather. Let's say 979, 989, 996, 997. Northeast bale sales. I bet it'll work there. And then if it doesn't work there, so the Caseville Village Market, we tried to sell silage there and it didn't work. And I'm pretty sure it will work at the biomass heating plant because that's typically where wood chips go. Let's try the Northeast Bale. I'll tag that place and we'll go there. Try that first, and then if that doesn't work, we'll go to the biomass heating plant. Alright, so we got a new destination, Fuzzy. I don't know how far down you made it or how far out you made it, but we'll go over here to the Northeast Bales place. Yeah, we'll just use that. We'll just use that excuse for everything when something doesn't work because it's farm sim. That'll be our go-to thing. Is anybody as excited about Farming Simulator 26 coming out this month? As excited as I am. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? They've had some Fact Sheet Fridays, but I just haven't been very Fact Sheet Friday-y. Regarding 26, so will I get it? Probably, just to check it out. Will I play it a lot? No, probably not. I wish they would find out a way to port 25 so you could play it maybe remotely or something on your mobile device, your phone or tablet or whatever. I know you can play it on, you know, what is that thing, the Steam Deck? I know you can play it on that. You can get a laptop. I would say a really good gaming laptop would be the way to go, because then you could have all the benefits of, you know, the platform of the PC and be able to use like controllers, you know, and stuff like that. Yes, it is a mobile game. It's a what's the right terminology that we use? It's a very scaled back farming simulator. Considering, you know, that it is for mobile, so Alright, where is... Do we back up to there, or... We just make a loop? We go through the barn. Wonder if I can just back up to that right there. Oop. Or do I have to drive in there? Nope, I can dump it right there. Cool, I got a trigger. This is where we'll sell them. We can probably just drive right through that, kind of make a loop, and then pull straight in front of where this icon is over here. At least we found a place that takes them. So I'm going to take that tag off. So yeah, right here where this dump thing is. Don't worry, Fuzzy, we got plenty of time. We've got multiple loads. And it takes forever to fill, so you take your time dumping while I drive back and go load again. Yay, we're $2.5 million richer. That's just from 2 loads. That's great. So really we're making, what was it, 2 million? Or $1 million per load? Look at the, oops, right there. Oh yeah, just shy of 2 million for a couple of loads. There's another save. That's the place we were at. Yep. So if we wanted to, we could make the first left and then make the first right and go straight there. I think I've got the math right on this. So if you start at wheat, count to 50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Yep, there it is. So it's close to 50. It's like 52 or 3 or something. So silage is around there too. I think silage, what was it, 50? Silage might have been 50. Better than having to try to look through the list slowly and then, you know, not remembering where it's at. So I can remember the numbers easier. We need to do that for dried soybeans too. Need to jot these numbers down. Now it'll change when we go to a different map, but that'll allow us to be able to use these silos and not drive us completely nuts trying to find stuff. I guess to streamline this, we could build another silo and divide the crops up. So like we could have 20 million wood chips here and 20 million wood chips there. And then you could fill from one and I could fill from one. Really we need another spout on the other side. I don't suppose these, well, I don't see any down here. I guess there's only the other one over there. I don't suppose these augers, like right here, I don't suppose these work. Like you can pull the auger up to it and have a separate fill point. I don't know. I doubt it works. I bet it's just the one. Fill point here. I actually need to move the dry beans that we've got over here now and get the dryer emptied out so we can get that cleaned out and ready to go for the next time. This is what we're going to be doing all day. We're going to be selling wood chips all day. Aren't you glad, though, I got these high-capacity trailers to do this? Because this would take, gosh, we'd be selling this for a week or a month or something. Oh, really? What mod? Do you know the name of the mod? Jeff might know the name of the mod. Yeah, because we probably won't have everything in here. Certainly won't have, you know, road salt and snow, you know, and all that stuff in there. It's called Clear Silo or something. Saw it the other day. Jeff's looking. We might have to go put that in. Alright, I'm eastbound and down. Loaded up and trucking. That's not a road. Is it trim silo dialogue? Trim silo dialogue. Let's go put that in. I'm going to stop my truck right here in the middle of the road because, you know, it's a natural place to park. We will save the game. So you guys count with me. How long does it take to save a 16x map game? Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 seconds just to save the game for a 16x map. All right, we're going to quit the game. Trim silo dialogue. Okay. Loading up the screen. Downloadable. We're going to go to search. And we're going to type in trim silo. Silo. Did I do that right? Silo. Maybe that'll find it. Is that it? Trim silo dialogue. That's got to be it. So we will install that. Did it install it? If it did, that was fast. All right, let's go back to multiplayer. Hopefully it's one that works in multiplayer. Gotta find it now. Probably at the bottom. Yep, there it is. All right, let's load her up. It'll only list what is actually in the silo. Okay. Do I have to, is there a setting for that to turn that on, or does it just automatically do it? It's nice that the screen that we have, you know, that we put up only shows what's in there. It's automatic. Okay. So Fuzzy, when you pull up to it, it should go just to, what do we got in there? Gosh, I think there's some dried beans in there. There's some silage in there. There might be some chaff left in there. And then, of course, wood chips. Takes a minute to load. We're loading. I could eat a snack while we're loading here. I've got white cheddar popcorn. I've got regular popcorn. I've got Simply White Cheddar Cheetos. Those are good. The ladies at work turned me on to that. I've got honey. What is that called? Honey barbecue sun chips. I've got a Rice Krispie treat, and I've got a strawberry. I don't even know what that's called. It's a strawberry. It's basically a strawberry. Hang on. Strawberry fig bar. Nature's Bakery strawberry fig bar. So, I'm good to go on snacks. I gotta find my truck that I left in the middle of the road. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back and steal Fuzzy's truck for a second. I want to see this. Okay, dried soybeans, chaff. That's what we've got in there. Oh, this is so cool. And then it goes back. It loops around. That is so cool. You don't have to see all the unnecessary stuff. Dude, that makes it so much faster. Alright, I'm going to get you started here, Fuzzy. Alright, you can have your truck back. That makes that so much easier. Thank you, guys. So that was called the Trim Silo Dialogue mod. That makes life so much easier. You don't have to go through. It's better than counting to 50 or 55 or, you know, I don't know what the total number was, but it's better than having to remember the numbers even, so. Wait. I'm looking forward to mowing though. Looking forward to, you know, I always love mowing. Really we'll probably need to get into February to see what cotton options we have out there. Because we definitely want to do cotton. And I noticed something else too. The salt production, apparently all you need is water. I don't understand how that process works in real life. I mean, usually you have like a salt mine. Unless there's a salt mine on here that I haven't discovered yet. But the salt production, wonder if that would be listed in productions, like if there's a salt mine. Let's see. We got some drink options there. Oh, is that a fertilizer? Ooh, we do have a fertilizer production. So we need to get some cows at some point soon. We can make fertilizer here just like on kind of, well, maybe not just like on Stevie's map, but looks like it only takes manure for the solid, and then you can do either digestate or slurry for the. So that means if we're going to do that, we need to do the biogas plant, since we don't. We can make potato chips, so we can do Lay's potato chips. We can do Pringles. We can do the standard in-game ones. And I don't know what that brand name is right there. What does that say? But they need salt. So there's the salt. So it takes water. So I don't know. There's not a, I don't see a salt mine or anything. Yeah, that's going to be a must-have mod from now on, that dialogue mod. And then your standard, when you have a loop around a production, the standard way to go around it is to treat it like a fast food joint. So we're going to go in this way, and then we're going to fly left traffic around it. So this is where you would put your order in. Yeah, I want a Whopper with fries, or no, onion rings, and Baja Blast. Although you can't get that at Burger King, can you? Dude, I was so disappointed. I went to Taco Bell the other day. Oh my gosh, they are expensive now. I ordered 3 soft taco supremes. And they're not, you know, if you've been to Taco Bell, you know the soft tacos or the soft taco supremes are not that big. They're like maybe the size of my hand in length. So for 3 of those was $12. For 3 soft taco supremes was $12. They were like $3.80 something cents a piece. Oh my gosh, what happened? Is that inflation? Is that... Those things, I remember when those things used to be like 89 cents. Or maybe the Supremes were just over $1. But $4 for a soft taco Supreme? That's ridiculous. I won't be going back. They'll be the next fast food chain to probably go under. Because Matt stopped eating there. Because it's too expensive. If I'm going to spend $12 getting something to eat, I can go to Domino's and get a large pizza for less than that. It's crazy when you can get a large pizza for less than 3 soft taco Supremes. It's insane. It's nuts. These nuts. There's a lady on Family Feud. And the question was like blank nuts. Fill in the blank. Blank nuts. And she said D's. And you know what? It was up there. It was on the board. It was a Steve Harvey Family Feud episode. But it totally was up there. D's nuts. Ha! Got him. Alright, Jeff made a post for that mod in Discord if you guys are interested. It's in the Puma Plow Discord there. Probably the mods channel. Oh yeah, that would make sense, Yuleberry. If it was salt water, you would put, so you'd have sea salt. I wonder what used to be there. There's nothing there now. I don't know. There's a snow masks thing there. Oh gosh, that scared me. I don't know. This is Michigan. Are the Great Lakes, are they freshwater or are they seawater, salt water? I'm assuming they're probably fresh. Somebody let me know. They're fresh? Okay. I wonder how that works then. What's the logic behind that? Do we have the salts like brought in from a different company or something, and then this is just a place that bags the salt for you know, commercial use? I guess we'll go with that. Yeah, Taco Bell, let's get one thing clear. That is not Mexican food. It's not authentic Mexican food. That is basically American mystery. It's, what would you label, what kind of designation would you give Taco Bell? Like American copycat? No, something else. Actually, I think, yeah. So I could probably get 2 burritos, which are twice the size of that, at the authentic Mexican restaurant. Oh gosh, there's just like, I could get 2 burritos that are double the size of that for less than 3 of those things. So yeah. It's crazy ridiculous. Oh, I love it, I love it. I can just tap through it. There it is. It was there automatically, but I love it, I love it. You. Them Duke boys. Alright, Chef, dried soybeans. I need to move. I've got some dried soybeans over here. We got a little bit of propane in there, but we do have 230 there, so what was over there? 200. We had 7,000 over there, so probably 238. Can't see it. No, it'll be 237.4 of dried soybeans. You can guarantee, though, our next go around, our next trip around the sun, we'll have way more dried soybeans next time. I know we're going to upgrade the windmills. That's probably going to be numero uno. We're going to get on into February and see what they put in cotton out there. But I would like to start our cotton operation kind of over in this region over here because the spinnery is right there. And that's directly where the cotton's going to go. And we have a little farm pad right there. I didn't actually try to hide those, so I don't know if hiding them would work. So what we might do is just go ahead and build a couple of extra things there and then use those sheds for something else. Maybe some fertilizer rigs or something like that, little solid fert spreaders or something. Maybe a plow. You know, something like that, something along those lines. But then I would like to complete this block. So we own these 2 fields here. It'd be nice to complete this block and own all these fields around the farm here. And then we got another tree area right there we could clear out. And I think there's actually another windmill down here somewhere. Oh, yep, I see it. Back there behind the harbor store silo. So there's another windmill there. There's another one over there. So I'd say as soon as we get the property that these windmills sit on, we'll replace those. Not gonna get rid of them, just replace them. Upgrade, they're gonna get an upgrade. These windmills are old and breaking down. That's what we'll go with. We've got a newer, better technology when it comes to wind energy. I don't know. If you watch Landman, you probably don't care either way. But for the game purposes, I guess we'll just go ahead and for, you know, the fact that I think windmills are everywhere now. There's Fuzzy! Morning, Big Al. How's it going? Kinda want some Mexican food now. It's a beautiful morning. Think I'll go outside for a while and smile. Do do do. Do 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 do. I don't know all the words. Winter in Michigan, yeah, it's winter and we're selling our wood chips. We gotta keep the kids warm. This is actually going to the bale sale place over there. So we've got to, I don't know what they do with it. What would you do with it over there? They gotta bed the hamsters or something. I don't know. Wood chips. That's really more sawdust. Wood chips. What else do they use wood chips for? Like mulch or like the mulch, you know, you put around trees and stuff like that. Don't they do that with wood chips too? I remember when they used to put that on. You guys remember that? You older guys, let me talk to the older generation out there. You guys remember when they used to put the wood chips or the mulch down on the McDonald's playground back in the day? You'd have it in your shoes. That's what they used to put down on the playground. It was I guess maybe they had treated it or something because it was soft. It was like a mulch, but it looked like wood chips. And that's exactly what it was. They used to actually put that down on a lot of playgrounds, now that I think about it. Yeah, I remember the pea gravel. Some of them had pea gravel. You get that in your shoes too. Yep, and then you get third degree burns coming down the slides and playing on the equipment because it sat out in the sun when the playgrounds were outside. Eventually they moved to the probably safer, not so much cleaner, indoor plastic playground equipment. think that's why they get rid of most of them. Those, I think they did I read an article somewhere where they did like a test they did like swabs of the ball pit, like all the ball pits and stuff. And they said that was the most contaminated area of the playground. Because you think about, the kid dives in with their entire body and then they grab the balls, they grab the little plastic balls that are in the ball pits, and there's a save. So yeah, the germs and stuff spread that way. These intersections out here, they almost remind me of that scene from Castaway, near the end of the movie, where he's standing at the crossroads, and it's just kind of open in each direction. You don't know what you're gonna see going in any direction. Jose. You haven't seen a pretty girl in a pickup yet, though? I'm sure one would come along before, too long. I don't know, I think if that's really, specifically what you're after, then you might not want to, stand at a crossroad, waiting for that. There are other ways. Love having that grain door with the window so you can see your empty trailer or your full trailer. Love this truck. Yeah, this I'm glad they brought this in 22. Love this old Mac. Pretty good truck. Be nice if they could get on board, with the like the Peterbilts, or they probably can't do some of them just because of licensing and stuff, or maybe it'd be nice though, Peterbilt, Kenworth, different truck brands like that. I was excited when I saw they brought the Ford tractor into the DLC, the Plains and Prairie DLC, but they can't use it anymore, or they can't allow people to use that brand name anymore. So I guess whatever contract they signed using the Ford logo, which is on the tractor, they can't use elsewhere in the game. Maybe hopefully with the next game that comes out, what would that be, 28, that they have a license to where they can use not just for the DLC, but for the game itself. I don't see why companies, wouldn't allow their logo to be used. That's free promotion. Well, really, it's probably not free. They're probably paying for it. But it's promotion. And if they're paying for it, it's paid promotion. So why not do it? I mean, it's probably all boils down to money. It boils down to license contract negotiations. And, they got to agree upon the terms. And, a lot of lawyers involved there. So, Western Star. Yep. Well, I mean, they did bring International in. And we've got Volvo in there now. So they've got the International brand in. So they brought that one in for 25. Which gave us, those two there, and in the DLC we got where's it at? They brought Mercedes-Benz in, which, across the pond, Volvo and Mercedes-Benz, is probably kind of a big thing. The MAN trucks are big things. They've been big things, for a while. There's the other International right there. That one came from the Plains and Prairie DLC as well. That did not come in the thing with it. And then they've got their lizards. They like their lizards. So, but it's nice that they add to it a little bit at a time, I guess. So they've got Mac, they've got International, and then if you like the Mercedes-Benz and MAN and stuff, I don't even know how to pronounce that one. Riedler, maybe? Farzigbaugh? I'm gonna say Farzugbaugh. Farzugbaugh. Is it Farzugba? Maybe Farzugba. Probably Farzugbaugh. And then the cars, You got the Skoda. They did bring Can-Am in. That's pretty neat. Got our Lizard 3-wheeler. And the F-150, that's a Ford, but it's not labeled as a Ford. I need to buy our Jeep back. Once we have money, we're getting there. Good morning, Gaming with Foreman. How's it going? Wasn't that the name of the lady on Austin Powers that was with Dr. Evil? Frau? Wasn't that her name? Wasn't her full name. Can't say the rest of her name. Frau Zigna or something like that. Sending a clone! Well, we're up to 6.5 million. Good morning, Tomcat. How's it going? They're selling the wood chips. Yeah. Did y'all see? There's got more people here now. Did y'all see the post in the Puma Plow Discord? Connect Modding is working with I keep wanting to say Colombo. That's the police guy. Colombo, North America. They're working with them to bring in peanuts to Farming Simulator. So I'm pretty excited for that. They're gonna bring in their harvester. I can't say the name of it. How do you say the name of it? It starts with an A. I'll have to go look at it again. They've got a harvester for peanuts. I've always said that peanuts would be great in the game. You know, they could bring in productions with that. We can make peanut butter and nut bars and stuff. Trail mix. Dude, think about it. You know, if you did trail mix, you have peanuts, right? And then you have the little hard chocolate candies, which M&Ms, basically. And then you have raisins. And we already have raisins, so, I mean, if you wanted to make the trail mix, you would have to do grapes. It's another incentive for them to try to get people to do grapes. What they need to do is fix grapes. Fix grapes where you can hire it out or something, you know. I think every task in Farming Simulator needs to have some type of mode where you can either hire the AI out for it or set it up to where it can run automatically. Yeah, there's a photo and a video. I think the link is to the video. You can go watch the video about that. Let's see here on the new map. What were the finished conditions on the last map? Depends on which last map you're talking about. So we, if it was the Owendale, Michigan map, that one we got, we sold a lot of the remaining silage, and I think we got all the fields. Just had to do some clearing and planting and stuff for the next go around. If you're talking about the Kansas map, we just literally hit the road running. There were no finishing conditions. That map is so broken. I will never go back to that map again. It's like you play that map, okay, here's a problem. You play it a little more, here's another problem. You get a little further into it, here's another problem. You find a little workaround for one problem. Oh, no, wait, that doesn't really work, so that's still a problem. Then you play a little more, and then there's another problem. So I was like, man, when we ran into the one, I think the deal breaker was not being able to mow the native meadow grass. That was the deal breaker, because there's a whole huge section of that side of that map that has a ton of grass on it, and you can't mow it. You can't even plow it. That was another problem. You can't plow. You can plow it, but it won't do anything. Basically, what you have to do is go in and paint some type of texture over the meadow grass, then plow it. I was like, this is broken. This is not how this works. When you plow the ground, if it's grass, if it's crop, if it's, whatever it is, when you plow, it's supposed to plow. And it wasn't. So, yeah, we won't go back to that map. In the past, I gave it a chance. We did a first look a long time ago. It had some shader issues. They fixed that, apparently. But it's got 99 other issues. So, yeah, we're done there. I'm actually shocked that passed testing to go in the in-game PC mod hub. So the red squares that are on the border of the map? There's some of those out in the middle of the field, just north of where the farm was. I'm assuming they're the red squares that are left over from the build off of the 2X map. So, but they're sitting right out in the middle of the field. Yeah, no, we're done. We're done with it. I'm happy hearing this one. This is a great one. This actually kind of reminds me of Taylor's Michigan map, but to a 16x scale. I'm trying to remember if his map. I think his map was a standard size map, but it was like this. It was flat. We got a lot of trees over there too. Yeah, we'll probably be on this one for a minute. Probably a little while anyway. There are some other maps that I'm watching out for, but they are not going to be finished for a long time. Get up and stretch my legs a little bit. Do my morning exercise. Uh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, there's a safe. Oh, not doing my Chariots of Fire thing. Do 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 do. Birds. I wish I could go in this little shack right here and sit by a heater, but you can't go in there. Guess we can sit here and watch the wood chips fill. Paper, so moving on to the orange soda. And I'm full. Fuzzy's back. Guess who's back? Back again. Fuzzy's back. At the bins. Guess who's back? 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 Do 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 do. How the safe coming along? How the safe coming along? How's the save, maybe? Coming along? If it's a comment about safety, we're being 100% safe. We're wearing our save. Okay. The save's great. I was gonna say we're wearing our reflective vests. We're using our hazards if we're pulled over on the side of the road. We're trying to be as safe as possible. Right now we're 0 days without an incident. So, well, actually, no, that's worse. We're maybe a few days. How many days have we been doing this? This is our first winter, I think. So, half a year. So, 180 days without an incident. That'd be good. Yeah, save is great. We're making some money right now. Trying to sell these wood chips and make a little money. We're gonna replace our windmills and upgrade those. We're probably gonna buy some land. I know we're gonna buy equipment. We need, I think, probably the first equipment that we get, we probably need to invest in a couple of planters. Or maybe 3. So, maybe get another tractor or 2. Probably just expand some of the other equipment, like the fertilizer spreaders, the plows, the planters, of course. I think combines, we could probably wait on those because we won't be combining anything for a minute. We have 2 already. Say if you flip more trucks than you will in your life, yeah. Nope, I've been riding with my top down. Well, it's not actively snowing. It will be later, but it's not actively snowing right now. And these wood chips are pretty heavy, so I think we're okay. I like this barn. It's all lit up. Nice and it feels warm. It feels nice and homey. Got tobacco bales and looks like hemp bales in it, maybe. I don't know. Oh, and they're face throughable. You guys ever see the thing where Homer Simpson comes out of the bushes and then retreats back into the bushes? I assume these are face throughable too. Yep. It actually kind of reminds me of a military project they had. Where was that at? I'm trying to remember where that was. It was a science experiment that the military was doing with a ship. And when they initiated the experiment, I think they were working on trying to make like a ship invisible or something. And when they did it, or maybe they were working on teleporting it or something. Maybe that was an adverse effect of it or something. And this might not have been true. I don't know how true this was. It might have just been, one of those conspiracy theory stories or something. But they kind of swept it under the rug because the ship teleported somewhere. And when they went to the ship, some of the crew members were like, merged into the steel walls. So I don't know. I'm assuming they probably didn't make it. I've never been merged into a steel wall before, but it sounds painful and probably not survivable. So I don't know. That might have been. It sounds like an episode. Oh man, sorry. Oh, I think I need more orange soda. It sounds like an episode of like The Outer Limits or The Twilight Zone or something. Might have been. It sounds like an episode from one of those shows. Yeah, no, I don't know if that is anything true. I mean, we had a lot of science experiments that have been done by our military. And then you have a lot of people that just come up with crazy stories. So, you know, I don't know how true that was, but they said the name of the ship and everything though. I can't remember the name of the ship though. Guess you could do some Googling on it and maybe find out if it was true or not. I know they swept it under the rug right away. Was it the Philadelphia experiment? And it was a hoax. Okay, so there you go. So it was a hoax. We've done some crazy stuff though. I know that with the nuclear testing, they put guys on a ship out in the ocean and had them sit there and watch it, and one guy talked about how when he closed his eyes and put his hands over his eyes, he could see the bones in his hands from the x-rays, I guess, or from the radiation doing that. And I know that they put soldiers out at the what was that area called out there? U.S. Department of Energy, Nevada Proving Grounds, maybe? Is that what it's called? It's out there in Nevada. It's out there west of Area 51, actually. That's where they did all of the nuclear testing north of Las Vegas out there. Now, that was real. That was real. There's actually pictures of mushroom clouds going up north of Las Vegas, out there where they did all that. So if you lived in California in the 50s and, well, really mainly the 50s, you would have been able to see like flashes of light and mushroom clouds and stuff going out there. But they put soldiers out there like in the foxholes, you know, and they would set off a nuclear bomb, and then like immediately after the flash had kind of gone away, there's still a radioactive cloud moving towards them, but they had the soldiers get out of the foxholes and walk towards the mushroom cloud. Now, this wasn't the Trinity test site. The Trinity test site was the first one, and that was in New Mexico. That was the Manhattan Project with Oppenheimer and, you know, and his crew. That was, that was New Mexico. And you can actually go to that site today. You can't stay there all day. They have time limits because there's still a little bit of radiation there. How do you have so many wood chips? We cut a lot of trees. Yeah, we cut a lot of trees. And we have the Brooks chipper. So if you haven't seen the Brooks chipper yet, This is only available on PC. We're going to go in the classified shed over here. This is our top secret classified shed. You'll never see it more organized either. Got it nice and organized. There's our tractors, current roster of tractors. We got our combines in the back. Some other stuff over here. Got some of the grass stuff over here, but that's our Brooks chipper right there. This is the Brooks AIO all-in-one. You can get this for PC. And don't ask me where I got it, because I don't actually know. I think I got it. I know I got it from an itch.io. I'm pretty sure I did. But you can get this, and you can make some wood chips out of it. Or you can do wood chips with it. Just attaches to your front or rear 3-point. And it's kind of like a vacuum for trees that you cut down. Alright, we'll close the door and head back. The woodchuck is still mad from the last map. Yeah, probably. How many... Well, how does that go? If a woodchuck could chuck wood... Dude, I'm so excited about this new mod, though. So basically, it only shows the stuff that's going to save so much time. Because literally, when you look at all the crops on this map, this is just the crops. It has a ton of extra crops. So it's not just the crops. Probably the better place to look at this would be in here where the prices on everything is. All of this stuff is going to be listed in the silo system when you tab through it. So you got to go through all of this stuff. That's a lot of stuff. So now with this new mod, this new trim mod, it only shows what you've actually got in there. I mean, we're not going to put road salt in there, okay? Probably not going to put rice saplings in there. There's just a ton of stuff that's not going to go in there. Alright, I do like that the sun is coming up more. Getting a little more daylight here. I'm feeling warmer. It's crazy. I think we're what's it called? Is it called Blackberry Winter? I think we're having Blackberry Winter here in the deep south right now. It's supposed to be 45 degrees tomorrow. Ew, it's 30. See, those type of temperatures should not be, you know, it's May now. It's May 2nd today. So yeah, they shouldn't do that. just got done snowing and icing there about 20 minutes ago. Ouch. Yeah, no. I'm over that. I'm over all that. I'll be glad when it just, it'd be nice if it would stay, a decent mid 70s for highs and not have the severe weather. But winter's just mean. Winter, it's cold. You have snow and ice. It's not even the good kind of snow, it's the kind of snow that's wet enough that it freezes over and then you're just stuck inside a giant slushy. 28 million liters of wood chips now. $29 million. Yeah, we're gonna build some more sheds too. Our one shed over there is kind of cramped, kind of full. So we'll build more sheds. You can remember what was your favorite FS19 map? Farms of Madison County. Drop the mic, hands down. That was my favorite 19 map. There were some good ones. DJ Modding did a lot of good ones. He did Deer Country was a good one. But Farms of Madison County, that was a PC only 4X map. And it's based on a real location. I think it's somewhere up there around Evansville, Illinois. Is it Illinois? Yeah, I think it's Illinois. But yeah, based on real location, and the attention to detail on that map was fantastic. Yeah, make sure you get version 3 of it. Version 3, the first 2 versions of that map were not finished. The bottom right hand corner, the bottom southeast corner was not finished. You want to get version 3. That's the finished version. And it was fantastic. I need to go back through my files and see if I can find that map, because if they ever come up with something in the future like an easy convert for previous maps to the new game, I might try that. Was it Indiana? Maybe I'm not thinking of the right town then. I don't know, it's just across from, I think it's just across from St. Louis, like it's just east of St. Louis. We found it on a map. I know John played that map too and he liked it. We found it on the map, and I want to say it was Evansville. It was like north of Evansville or something like that. Fantastic map. There's been so many great maps. I know DJ's he's been pretty good. He did Green Valley, Nebraska. He did Judith Plains, Montana for 25 here. The thing with DJ is like, he disappears, and I don't know if he works like maybe on an oil rig or the diamond mines in the around north of Yellowknife up there somewhere, or you know, I don't know what he does for a living. But oh, am I full? I am full. I was sitting here reminiscing about the farms of Madison County. I don't even know if that's like the actual like place. It's based on a real location, but I don't know if the Madison name is in concurrence with that. I would assume it would be. Yeah, we looked that up. I'm gonna have to try to go and find that again. Yep, I found version 2 of the map. It says Madison County, Illinois. About 1 hour from you. Oh no, not Evansville, Edwardsville. So Edwardsville, it's north of Edwardsville, Illinois. Not Evansville. I got the names wrong. So if you go on like Google Maps or something like that, it's going to be north of Edwardsville, Illinois. So it is in Illinois. It's based on real Madison County, Illinois. Got rolling prairies, lands, creek bottoms. The map itself had 119 fields. And again, it's really detailed. A lot of times when it's based on a real location like that, really, really detailed. Yeah, it was Edwardsville. I don't know why my mind went immediately to Evansville. Maybe I've been through Evansville before, and maybe that's why my brain went straight to Evansville. Did we lose Fuzzy? Breaker 19, Fuzzy, are you out there, son? You got your ears on. You might have had to step away for a minute. Let me see if I can find it on the map here, just out of curiosity. Just north of Edwardsville. Okay, I see the train track there. Gotta find the highway. Runs up by there. Here it is. I think I found it. That didn't take too long. I think I did. Let me get back out here to where I can look at it. Good morning, Papa C Farming. How's it going? Just needed to step away for a second. Okay. Let's see here. I think I found it. I think that's it right there. Or maybe that's not it. That's a highway. Let me go back this way. Oh, okay, here it is. So it's actually based on Gard, Illinois. G-A-R-D. So if you just go to Google Maps and search G-A-R-D, Illinois, that is kind of the southwest portion of the map. I would say the center of the map, if you zoom in where St. James Drive is, there's a cemetery there. I would say the cemetery is probably like the center of the map. Well, almost the center of the map. It's more central, maybe centralized. Yeah, I'd say the cemetery right there would probably be about the center of the map. Yes. Yep. Did I pass my highway? I think I did. I think I passed my highway. I'm gonna make a loop. Make a loop or take a field road. I don't know if there's any field roads between here and there. Oh, there might be one. I bet that just goes to that windmill though. I want to take it. I'm going to take the path less traveled. Nope, this is not a field road. This is a field rabbit. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. I think I've got enough momentum. Don't get stuck. Oh, there's a field road. Look for the tower communications as well. Yeah, it'd be nice if somebody brought that map over to 25. I would love to go back and play that. Yeah, I don't know if version 3 is still floating around out there somewhere. I'll look and see, but version 3 would be the version that you want. How many we got left? 26 million. You can see the shadow of the clouds, but you can also see the shadow of the windmill. See the blades? You see it all the way over here on our shed. There they are. Let's see if I can find that just with Google here real quick. Farms of Madison County V3. Looks like he did it like that, so let me type in 3.0. There's 2.0. Oh, he's already got wood chips in there. Okay, so it's good to go. I was thinking it was just empty. Alright, so when Fuzzy gets back, here's your truck. I'm gonna leave the engine running to keep the heat going. Wow! Took that corner a little rough. A little fast. wonder if John would have put the link to it maybe in one of his videos, one of his last videos of it. Maybe put the link to the map. Finding all the versions 1.0 and 2.0, but I'm not finding the 3.0. I'll find it. I know I've still got the file probably on the old computer or on a drive somewhere. What I need to do is probably put that in a like a Google Drive folder. let's go say aloha to YouTube. And that means hello and goodbye. So for now it says goodbye. We'll say aloha when we come back. We're going to start a new video on YouTube. You guys, thanks for watching on YouTube. We'll see you in the next video. Always remember, you reap what you sow. That from the Grin Arcade. See you later, YouTube.